Did last time. Just at the beginning of every session.
You drank a
It's
lot of
just a
alcohol.
good thing to go over it.
We
Yeah,
went to
drink a lot of alcohol.
We did stuff and things.
We avoided a
accepted
fight.
The box of books.
We had the reading of the will.
We buried Laura Moore.
We agreed to finish his work. Investigating the necromancers.
We figured out that the rogue cannot handle the alcohol.
And that the tiefling likes wolf testicles.
Shut up! Oh.
And we discovered we have two avenues of research to pursue, both Harrowstone and the Whispering Way.
Alright. And if I remember correctly, everyone was going to bed at the end of the last session, after a nightcap.
Yep.
Correct.
Well, some people had a nightcap. Not everyone did.
Yeah, I think it was just one person.
Yep, that was me.
Alright. So, now you all went to bed, and the night is going fairly smooth. Y'all lay down, you get to sleep easily. It's raining a little, you can kind of hear the rain dancing across the roof of Kendra's house. Valrin,
Yes.
you open your eyes. You're not in your room anymore. You are standing in front of this obelisk.
Oh, damn.
It's about 3 foot tall, and on it are a multitude of names. Your hand feels very warm.
First of all, is this a dream?
You do not know. It seems very real to you.
Well, I guess I approach the obelisk.
Alright. As you approach the obelisk, make me a will save.
Alright.
Alright. Well, you're not totally freaked out. As you walk up to the obelisk, you feel your hand start to kind of jerk forward. The one that was feeling very warm, but you managed to stop. You feel something dripping off of your hand.
I look down at my hand to see what the dripping is.
It's covered in blood. Make me another will save.
Shit.
Alright. Outside of your control, your hand lifts up, and you rub the blood on the monument, making a large V on the monument. There's a loud clash of thunder, and everything goes black. You open your eyes again, you're back in your room.
Am I waking up?
It's morning time. You woke up.
Okay.
You have to go deeper.
We must go deeper.
And yes, it's morning time. Everyone is awake now, or, you know, you can be waking up if you would like. the sun is starting to trickle through the window.
Well, I, for one, am going over to see the Oracle. And I say, Oracle, have you any idea what this is? Or this would mean? And I tell him about the dream.
Well, pretty sure it means you're fucked.
Okay. Head downstairs.
You smell the delicious smell of bacon wafting up the stairs as you walk down.
Move over to the kitchen. I look in.
As you walk into the kitchen, you see Kendra. She's over by the counter, cooking away. And she's pretty focused on the task at hand at the moment and doesn't notice you in the door.
Excuse me, ma'am. Have you any more brandy? I did not sleep well.
She looks back at you. Well, I gave you the only bottle we had. I know you were sharing it with the elf. Don't tell me you drunk the whole thing already.
I don't know. Maybe the elf has it.
And she's like, well, go have a seat. Breakfast will be ready shortly.
Where the hell is the elf?
Still
Looks like the
upstairs.
elf
I
is
never
still
said I
in
woke
bed.
up. Hell yeah.
Make a perception check, Czar. You smell the smell of bacon waffling up to the second floor.
Yeah, I think it's about time to get up.
As you come by, you see Kendra passing with a fairly large course spread out on both of her arms. Plates of bacon and egg. Your typical breakfast. There's some bread. She comes in and sets some portions down on the table and asks everyone what they would like to drink for breakfast.
Hot tea would be mighty fine, thank you.
I would enjoy a nice cup of tea as well.
She looks at
Tea will
you.
be fine.
Oats and milk if it's in your pantry.
Just some water, please.
I think I could do that. And she heads back to the kitchen. She's like, I'll be back shortly. A few minutes passes. She comes back with your requested drinks, sets them down for you, and wishes you to have a good meal. Oh, I hope it wasn't. I hope this isn't too big, and I decided that I should at least cook for you while you're staying here.
That's a mighty fine meal there. Sure is tasty, thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
She nods and sits down and begins eating her own meal.
Very generous.
Thank you. Alright, everyone make me a perception check. Alright, Czar, you're the only one who hears anything, so... Film Elfie. Czar, you can hear quite a commotion going on outside. It's kind of faint. You can, tell it's kind of distant away from you, but you can hear it from pretty far away.
I'm gonna venture over to the window if there is one, see if I see what's going on.
Alright, let me show you where the windows are. Yep, there's a window right there, and I guess there's a small window in the door as well.
Oh my god, just size real fast.
Alright. But as you go up to the window, you see what looks like some commoners of the town running by, running kind of south.
And I'm gonna step outside and see if I can get one of them to slow down.
Alright, let me pull a local down on the other map for you here. Oh, I gotta pull you on this map. Alright, as you're stepping out of the house, there's one local. I guess you can yell out to him. He's running by you.
Hey, what's the commotion all about?
He stops, looks at you. I don't know. Everyone's just running this way. Something's up, I think. And he just keeps booking it down the road.
And I step back inside and let my comrades know.
There's trouble afoot.
We must go see what it is then.
As y'all are exiting the house, you see another commoner running by you and running across the bridge. He makes a right here at the turn.
Is he running to something or from something?
He doesn't look very panicked. He looks more, I guess, excited to try to get some. Right. Valrin, as you get to this point, as you start to turn the corner around this house, you see a large mass of the townspeople sitting here. Looks like someone's holding them back, but they're pushing forward, trying to get to someone.
I hold back behind the bushes or trees, if these are trees.
Yeah, those are trees.
To
They're
observe
gonna
from a
sulk in the
distance.
tree.
Yeah, to observe from a distance.
As you're hiding in the trees, you hear one of the commoners yell, "What does it mean? I've never seen something like that before." But you can't really see anything past the large group of people.
Good people, what's the cause of this commotion?
One of them looks at you, points. The monument! Someone done desecrated.
Desecrated? How?
There's blood on it.
Can we see this monument?
Well, the commoners kind of move to the side to let you through. As you get to the front, you see the sheriff's deputy standing there. He looks, "I'm sorry, I can't let you pass here." And he blocks you as you try to go by. You see, we're still investigating, and we can't have anyone tampering with the scene. We gotta find out who did this.
Understood.
I hear that and sneak around behind the house.
Can I
he's
be of
archery
any
here.
assistance, my good friend?
Well, hang on, let me get the sheriff. I saw him talking with you last night, so he seems to at least respect you somewhat. He walks over, taps the sheriff on the shoulder. He's standing in front of this obelisk. It's about 3 foot tall. You can see it. There is a large V written in blood on it. By the way, Valerian, make me a stealth check.
Okay, one moment. Skills page?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The hell? Shite.
As you're walking, you step on a branch. It makes a very loud cracking noise, and both the sheriff and the deputy look up straight at you, and the sheriff just points at you, and the deputy walks up to you. "Sorry, I think you're gonna need to go back there. No sneaking around and messing with the crime scene."
Okay.
He grabs you by the arm and pulls you all the way back.
Be more patient.
The sheriff sees this and lets out an audible sigh. "And your friend here was going to talk to me, and you try to sneak around. Well, I know that you're at least a sneaky type. That'll be good to know for the future. I'll have to keep an extra
He's
eye
just
on you."
impatient.
Anyway, Helthorpe, you might be
Good
able
to
to
see you,
assist me a
Sheriff.
little bit. Good to see you too.
In any way I can. Just name it.
Well, I'm still kind of looking at the evidence here, trying to figure out what happened. As you can see, this is kind of strange. It's never happened before. Our monument here to the fire at Harrowstone has been desecrated. And he points over to it. Someone decided they were going to write a big V on it in blood. Maybe it's just some kid trying to mess with us, but I don't know, it feels weird.
Would you mind if my friends and I had a look? I know they can be sneaky, but I'm sure they have more viewpoints to offer on this.
Alright, fair enough. We've been here for about an hour now. I've got about all the evidence that I can muster. I really can't, link really anything to this. All I know is it's not human blood, thank God. It appears to be rabbit blood. But, hopefully it's just a prank that some children pulled. But if you wish, you may go ahead and take a look. The townfolk are all riled up. And he steps aside.
I want to address the town folk and maybe calm them down.
Okay.
Good
What are you
people.
saying to-
Good people, we'll have this figured out in no time. Please return to your homes. This is probably nothing.
Make a diplomacy check for me. By the way, Ash, you're sniffing. It smells like rabbit's blood.
Well, it's definitely rabbit.
The commoners kind of look at each other. Well, it could be something, but he has a point. Standing here, anything does. Well, look like, I guess not. Oh well. And they start to meander back.
But what does the V stand for? Vengeance, maybe?
I'd like to use Detect Evil on the monument.
Yeah, alright. Let me see something. Do. Alright, as you look at it, you actually sense no evil.
What do you feel, Helthorpe?
Well, the monument on its own contains no evil essence.
I'll
And
give
the
you
blood
a
on it?
better description of it. The monument, it's about a 3-foot tall obelisk at the base. It has the year 4666. And it has written on it, in memorandum of those who lost their lives at the Harrowstone fire. And then there is a large list of names on the monument.
I walk around Ash. walk up to the monument.
Valin, you feel like you've seen this monument before. It looks very familiar to the dream that you had last night.
I reach out to touch the monument.
You touch it. It's made of stone.
I run my finger through the top corner of the V and then pull it
Alright,
away.
a little bit of blood gets on your finger, but the blood's mostly dry now. But nothing else happens.
Can I roll for perception to see if I notice anything special about it or no?
You don't really notice anything Actually, you can, if you're taking a closer look at the monument, you can roll perception.
Okay.
You don't notice anything significant about.
I'd like to check the woods for any animal corpse, like the rabbit.
Okay. It'd be a perception check as well.
I back away from the monument.
You don't really see anything, Hellfort.
Searching for the corpse too.
It takes you a minute, but you find a small rabbit that it appears the head has been sawed off. And it's sitting there in two pieces.
I call the sheriff over.
Sheriff comes, takes. I see you must have found where the blood came from, at least.
Poor thing. Managed to have his head ripped off like that.
I don't want to imagine that sort of pain.
Do you see anything else around here?
Not really. The only thing that I really could perceive that was rabbit's blood, and, well, there's the rabbit. Couldn't really find any footprints.
Is there any scraps of fabric or marks nearby?
Negative. Not that me or my deputies could find.
Do you mind if we search these thickets a little bit more closely?
Go right ahead. Me and my deputy will return to the jail, and we'll send someone out to clean this up within the hour, though. We don't need that much of a fuss going on over it. Probably just some
It's a
damn
spell.
kid.
That's a good idea, and it most likely is a damn kid.
Alright. Well, if you find anything, you know where you'll be able to find it.
Will do.
The sheriff and the deputy head back out towards the jail. Alright, make me a survival check, Ash. Alright, you see some, blood, like little droplets of blood coming kind of basically from the monument to where you're currently standing. But as you get up to the monument, the trickles kind of stop in a pool, but you don't see where they began anywhere.
Hmm. Can I search more closely?
Oh, I guess you can make me one more survival check to see if you find anything. Alright, you actually see a true pair of humanoid footprints right in front of the monument. They go a little bit back, but basically around right here, you can't track them anymore, as it looks like basically the sand has gotten basically harder at this point, and it's, you know, more hard packed ground. But you see a light set of footprints in the sand going up to the monument.
What sort of shape do they have?
Oh, they look like boot. You know, average male size.
Just humanoid booted footprints.
Hmm.
Well, I'll tell the others.
I wonder who did this.
2 pairs of tracks, you say?
Oh no, there were two boots. It would have been one set of tracks, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Which direction are they coming from or going to?
They're coming from here to the monument right here.
Okay.
Do we see them leaving?
You do not.
So it just disappeared.
Maybe into the river.
Or elsewhere.
This place is supposedly haunted. Maybe we have a vampire.
Perhaps we should relay this to the sheriff. So, shall you go tell the sheriff?
I think that's a good idea.
Prentice, should we begin to go look in the library?
This is yet another time Harrowstone has come up in some way. I want to get down to the bottom of this mystery.
Then let us go.
To the town hall!
Hey, Czar, what are you doing?
My bad, I was looking at TV.
It's okay.
He was lost in thought.
Hey, I'm gonna say you're trailing behind everyone a little bit, though. So, as you're back here, make me a perception check. right here, you see some footprints moving your way. There's no body attached, there's just footprints being made in the road as they're coming down towards you.
From south?
Someone's at my door, just a second.
Alright. To give you a clarification, they are coming north to south. They're basically coming from this bridge, and they're coming towards the fork in the road. But yeah, gonna pause.
Is there anything about it I could hide behind and watch and wait?
Yeah, we're paused at the moment, but there's some bushes here.
Okay, I'll wait till he gets back.
I want to be the first to say it wasn't me.
Yeah, you remember that little bit of divination I did?
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know. Looking at your names, who else would write a V in blood?
Ash. For victory.
Could stand for vengeance, or victory, or vaginas. You don't know.
Or all three.
Or vaginas. You don't know.
I'm back and we're talking about vaginas.
Yes, we are.
That's right. Yes.
The
What else
paladin
would
went
V
away,
stand for?
so the conversation, went terrible.
We had to make it
But,
PG for
yeah.
the paladin.
But yes, Zar, you see basically footprints coming down the road with no body attached to them.
Okay, I'm gonna hide around a tree, brush, or anything and observe what they do.
Alright. Say you jump over it and they keep walking by, and you actually see it looks like some tracks of wheels being made behind the footprints. And they continue down the road, down towards the wrestlands until you can't see them anymore.
I'm gonna follow them a little bit.
Alright. As you get to about right here, you can see them about to enter the wrestlands, and they just stop. And no more tracks are being made. It's like whatever was
Okay,
making them just lifted up into the air.
I'm gonna just pretend like I'm aimlessly just walking down the road, just happen to venture across where they stopped.
Right. You walk through there and nothing seems out of the normal. You look down and there's no tracks.
Nothing there that was making the wheels or anything.
Right. And when you look around, you actually see no tracks have been made whatsoever.
From
if
back
you
where
look
we
back
came
at-
from, or from
Yep.
where it's at?
From where it's at, and if you look back the way you came, the road looks completely unblemished. There's no tracks in it.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna start venturing back towards the group.
the sheriff's office first.
I think they got to the town hall first to do that one.
Alright. By the way, as y'all walk through the town square, you could see River sitting there, barking at the air and, you know, just not caring, being a dog.
Good dog.
Alright, so you make it to the town. And the council people are sitting in the back. It's, you know, a little busy. I mean, it's your typical town hall type business going on. The councilmen and women in the back are going over some books, basic. You see some citizens walking around just doing paperwork, you know. This is where they're going to pay their taxes, all that kind of jazz. So, it's moderately busy.
Prentice, I'm gonna leave.
Anyone there that looks like a secretary?
You do not see a secretary.
Going to leave the talking here up to you for the most part, since
Good
you know
plan.
what you're looking for.
Alright, I'm going to approach the councilman that handled the will.
Alright, Councilman Herfmount.
Good morning, sir. I was wondering if we could inquire about your assistance in looking at some of the official records.
Yeah, he looks up at you. An outsider wants to see our record. Why do you wish to see our records?
In the investigation to see what has happened to Professor Lorimore, and in an effort to make sure his daughter remains safe, I would like to know more about Harrowstone.
A dark mark on our town indeed it was. But I'm sorry, I cannot allow you to see our records. Yeah. I mean, Lorimore, he died being a fool. That's all there is to it. That's not a reason enough to let some outsider come through our records. We very rarely let our own citizens look through them.
And what of his daughter? If she doesn't remain safe, will you still think he was a fool?
Well, I have no reason to believe that she's not safe.
Reason to believe that she might not be.
Make a diplomacy check for me. What, are you saying you're going to do something to her if we don't give you access to these books? That's not a very professional thing to do. And I should call the sheriff. Rabble coming in, foreigners wanting to see our books, and then threatening a town person if they can't see. Sorry, Sean, you crit failed.
Yeah, no.
Fail.
Well, if logic...
You broke up. I couldn't hear you.
I said, if there is no way logic and reason can implore you to help us, then I will make my leave and find my information somewhere else.
Well, good for you. And with that said, if I find significant enough a reason that you may need our records, you could get them, but only if you have proof that she is indeed in danger, and not from your own self. But otherwise, do your research elsewhere.
Very well.
He turns his nose up at you and then goes down to his book again.
Alright, let's leave this place and try the library. Valin.
Is he behind a desk?
He is behind a desk.
Okay. Let's leave then. As Sean is leaving, I stay behind for a moment.
Alright.
Put my hands on the desk. Lean in and tell him, whether you like it or not, we're here now. And we know what we're doing.
Are you doing that in a very aggressive manner?
Aggressive undertones, but not
Sure.
extremely aggressive.
Okay. He looks at you straight in the eyes. Yeah, we'll see. And he looks back down to his book, almost completely ignoring.
I leave.
I look at Valor as he comes outside and be like, don't you just love political bullshit?
I can see that I'm gonna get in a fight with that man soon.
Alright, well, we'll go over to the sheriff's office.
Hell, Sheriff.
Alright there. What'd you find?
Well, it's rather strange. The blood appears in a pool and goes toward, while they're near them, falls to the rabbit's corpse. But even more strange is that a pair of humanoid footprints appear to the north of the monument to walk towards it. They don't leave the monument.
Well, that is weird. Think the fool might have jumped in the river?
I'm not certain. It's a possibility. At least I hope that is the case, because if it's not, we have stranger, more pressing issues then.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Don't tell anyone what you saw there, in a sense of footprints that began and not in. This damn town is a superstitious lot. Don't need them going around telling stories about no ghost messing with our monument.
I agree.
Did you find anything else?
I couldn't find anything else there. Just disappearing footprints and rabbit's blood.
Well, simplest solution is it probably was some local. Probably got drunk at Zokar's, thought it would be funny. Then jumped in the river. Hopefully, they weren't too drunk, and I'm not having to fish up a body like.
Well, if we see a floater, we'll know.
Well, thank you for your help.
Aye.
In the back, you see the deputy giving a meal to a commoner who's locked up behind the bars. It's a very simple meal. Doesn't look very appealing. But the commoner scarfs it up very much, very quick.
He seems to love his food back there.
Well, it's quite funny. Our prison here, it holds 3 people. We're a small prison. But we really only ever have 2 cells. He's a frequent customer.
Ha! Drunkard?
Nothing ever too. Yeah, drunkard. And he'll be gone by the end of the night. He comes in drunk. We put him away. Keep him a day or so, send them back home. Gotta protect him from himself more than anything else.
But all you can do sometimes.
Anyway, thank you for your help.
We'll let you know if we hear or see anything else, strange or otherwise.
Alright. So, y'all are going to be emerging around the same time as Prentice and Valin are emerging from the town hall.
I go and greet them. How'd the town hall go?
The fat bastard didn't want
Not
to give us
well.
any information.
Sarcleen, where have you...
I happened to witness some tracks being made whenever we were leaving the obelisk, or shit, whatever it was. I can't remember now.
Obelisk.
And so I followed them south out of town, and they just vanished. And when I turned around, the trail that I was followed disappeared also.
Elthorpe, think we should mention this to the sheriff?
These bode grim. Until we have more, maybe we should keep this to ourselves.
No need to scare them too much. We'll keep a further eye out. Just disappeared, you say? So I suppose you need to try our hand at getting information at the library and appealing to the priest, was it not?
That's correct. I was headed there after this, if anyone cares to join me.
I will be trying my luck at the library.
I will continue to accompany Apprentice so that he doesn't run into any
Sarcleen,
trouble.
what are you going to be doing?
I think I'm gonna go to the tavern for a drink because I don't believe what I just witnessed.
Ha! Good plan.
While
Oh,
you're there,
Ghost Ale.
talk to some of the locals and see if you can get any information.
If I
That I will.
receive if we receive permission from the father to search the crypt, would any of you care to come along?
I'll follow.
Definitely. I'm ready to bust it open now, but
I'll tag along.
Alright, we'll reconnoiter later.
You can all make me a perception check as well.
woo.
Zarkleen and Ash, Hellthorpe, it's pretty obvious. As y'all are coming out, one of the little girls from the past day is out in the courtyard playing with River.
Hello, little girl. Where's your friend?
Make a diplomacy check, Ash.
I'm totally gonna scare her.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Oh.
She looks at you and it looks like she's about to bolt, but River doesn't make any sort of motions. So she actually just stops. It's like, River's not barking at you. You must be safe. Why do you ask about my sister?
I just saw you playing with her yesterday. Wondered where she was.
She's at home.
Well, have fun playing with the dog then.
Okay. When she goes back to playing with River. She starts chasing the dog around the gazebo. It should be in the chat log.
It's been deleted. It's too far back.
Alright, let's see if I can't pull it back up and repost it for you guys then. Invoke on me the power of copy pasta. There's what they were seeing yesterday.
Peculiar. Well, each town has her own little rhyme.
Let us head on to the library then.
Let's head over to the church.
And by library, I assume y'all mean the schoolhouse, which is up here.
Wherever the majority of books is kept.
Yeah. Well, you had
If
two
it was a
libraries.
guy
You had Lorimer's personal library in the house, and then you had the schoolhouse.
Oh, I don't think we knew about the one in the house.
And there's a
No,
the temple is over here.
We're heading to the schoolhouse.
Okay. Schoolhouse or the temple?
Well, we're going.
I'm heading for the schoolhouse.
Okay.
The temple's on the
Ashley
other side of the
Telford was
river,
going to
right?
the temples. Yep.
Yes.
Schoolhouse is right here,
Bridge is
correct?
this way.
Yep. This is the schoolhouse.
Okay.
So is your Twitch recording Ventrilo also, or just what's happening on the screen?
Everything.
Be nice in the schoolhouse, boys.
If all goes correct, the screen and our voices should be captured.
They are.
Alright, as you get up to the schoolhouse, you notice a sign it's basically overhanged on the porch. It says, Alandru's School of Magic and Trickery. And you can kind of smell a strange smell coming from the door, basically, and some smoke.
That guy's running the school? Oh god.
Alright, so y'all walk in.
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, let me give you a small description. The building, you walk in, on each side of the room there's rows of bookshelves. 4 small tables sit in this room with a candle in the center of each. Then on the back is a large countertop like a merchant stop, and behind there is a I really can't describe the way this guy looks, but he is working feverishly in the back, mixing what appears to be different vials of substances with smoke coming out of. And that's what he looks like, FYI.
Yeah.
I am definitely going to wait for a break in his feverish mixing of stuff, and then announce our presence.
All right. He's mixing all. He has all the stuff down. He's looking back and he's scratching his chin right now with his back to you.
Excuse me, sir.
You see him jump, kind of startled. Spins around. Whoa, is that customers? Come over here so I can see you. My eyesight isn't very good. He looks at you, Prentice. Doesn't really say much. Sees you, Valin. Wow, one of your type. Ah. He reaches back. Here, drink this. I want to see what it does to one of your type.
I don't believe I will be drinking anything today. From here, at least.
Damn. Oh, very well. And he sets the elixir back down on his shelf.
What was it supposed to
What
do?
brings you to my... Well, it was a potion of sorts that I've been working on now. Supposed to make you really smart, but I don't know how it would work on someone who's not a human. I drink one every day, though.
Makes you smarter by knowing not to drink anything else that anybody else gives you.
Yeah. Prentice, would you have a go?
Only if in return we can have access to any materials you might have relating to Harrowstone.
He looks at you. Oh, I know what it does on people. Like I said, I drink it myself every day. Now, if you want to use my resources, it's 10 gold a day. Man's gotta make profit. People quit sending their kids to me to teach. They think I'm crazy or something.
Would you knock it down to 7 gold if Valorant were to try the potion?
Hey.
Well, yeah.
Valorant?
What is in it for me if I drink this potion, other than this oracle's discount?
We hopefully get the information we're after, and we're in a better position to defend ourselves as well as Professor Lorimar's daughter.
As you say that, the guy looks... Oh, you're looking about the Lorimore girl. Cute girl. Looks at you. Y'all the lucky sap staying with her, eh?
That is us.
Ah, 15 gold then. Y'all are too lucky. Staying with a woman like that.
To be fair, there are 5 of us staying in that house. That's not luck of a good sort, technically.
He sits there, looks at you. Well, I didn't know you were into that, but okay. So, what do you say? 15 gold for my resource.
Knock it back down to 10 if Valorant will take
I
the
got
potion.
no issue with that. And he holds the potion up to Valorant.
I swear, if this goes wrong, you will regret it. Both of you.
Hmm. I don't know about that. Yeah, you'll like the extra intelligence it brings you.
I drank the potion. Fuck my life.
Make a will save.
Sean, I'm gonna fucking kill you if this goes bad.
I already read your future, man. You knew it was in store for you.
Yes!
All right. You chug this potion down, and you feel like something bubbling in your stomach, and it feels like you almost have to puke, but you start getting a little lightheaded, and all of a sudden you get a sense of clarity for just a moment. And everything seems to make sense in the world for you. And then with a flash, it's gone.
Motherfucker.
And you feel completely normal now. Alondru looks at you. Well, did it work? You feel smarter?
For a brief moment, it worked, but it disappeared shortly after.
Well, you can't be as talented as me. And he chuckles and he takes the empty glass back from you. So, 10 gold to use my resources.
Fair enough, sir. And I will hand him the 10 gold.
Alright, he takes it gladly. You'll see the books on Harrowstone over this way. And he points over that way. There's quite a few of them. A lot of them have the same info. It'll take you some time to go through them.
Alrighty. Thank you, sir.
Research will take about 4 hours for a fairly, light research. 8 hours for a, very intense research.
I'm a bookworm. I go into research mode.
Alright.
While he's
So you're going to be researching for the next 8 hours.
While he's researching, I talk with the teacher. What other potions have you got back there?
Well, not many, really. If you want potions, you need to talk to Jaminda in town. She's the apothecary. I just dabble in my own, see what they do. Otherwise, I do dabble in selling of magic and magical accessories. You see, I'm a wizard.
Oh, really now? A wizard?
Yes, a wizard. Who else is qualified to teach children that never come to school?
I believe I could do it.
I doubt that. They would run from you. Look at you. As he's saying that, a roach crawls out of his moppy hair.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, he picks it up and he picks it out of his hair and throws it in his mouth. Good snack.
Whatever you say, man. So, what about these magical accessories? What have you got?
Well, simple things. The occasional wand, some scrolls. I do have this thing. It's my prized possession in my store. He walks over behind his counter and he pulls out this large black book. It has multiple locks on it and he sets it on the counter. I picked this one up not too long ago. Don't think you can afford it, but I'll show it to you anyway.
Have you ever unlocked it?
Of course I've unlocked it. Now let me find... Where did I put the key? He reaches into the hair. Ah, there's the key. And he opens up the booklet, and on the first page there's this illustration. It's a very grotesque illustration. A very large hulking figure. Appears to be made out of multiple parts of multiple different animals.
So, Frankenstein's monster, basically?
Similar.
Okay.
That would be a good way to describe it.
Okay.
He looks. You see, this is a very powerful tome. It teaches one how to make a flesh golem.
Oh. And how much was
Yeah,
it?
pretty. Well, it would cost 3,000 gold. It's quite the powerful book. Can't just sell it to anyone. Only someone with the right amount of money.
And how do you know it works?
I'm a wizard, damn it. This is magic. I'm a wizard. Of course I know it works.
Have you made a flesh golem before?
Why, no, I'm not that evil. I would have no use for a flesh golem. I'm a bit of a collector, and I saw this and I thought it would make a great centerpiece for my shop. But of course, if the right customer wanted it, I would be more than willing to depart with it for its true value.
Is there any way I could get it less?
Make a diplomacy check.
Uh, 3.
He looks at you. No! I'm honestly a little insulted that you would even think to pay less for my prized book. If your friend here wasn't such an outstanding academic, I would throw you out of my store.
Very well then. Maybe at some point I shall return for it.
We will see. And he locks the book back and puts it back under the counter. Alright, Sean, I'm going to have you make a knowledge check while you're there. You're going to get a bonus because you're using books to research. So you're doing a Harrowstone check?
Yes.
Alright, let me pull up my list on Harrowstone. Go ahead and make your knowledge check.
Which knowledge check? History, local, what?
I would say either a history or a local.
Alright, give me 1 second.
Jesus.
Alright, a 20. Congratulations. You learned everything that you can learn from this place.
Bookworm for the win.
Let me total I gotta total up some numbers here for y'all guys. Alright. Harrowstone
Is a what?
a ruined prison. It was partially destroyed by a fire in the year... What? Harrowstone was a ruined prison. It was partially destroyed by a fire in the year 4666. Ever since then, the building has been abandoned, though locals suspect it is haunted and do not enjoy going near it. It was built in the year 4594, the same year that the town of Ravengrow was founded. The town basically was a town built for the families of the workers of the prison. But the town continued to operate once the fire happened and majority of the guards perished. The fire that killed all the prisoners destroyed a large portion of the prison's underground eastern wing, but left most of the stone structure above relatively intact. The prison's warden perished in the fire, along with his wife, who came into the fire to look for him. And a statue commemorating the warden and the guards who lost their life was built in the months after the tragedy. It's the obelisk on the riverbank outside of town. You read that Harrowstone was a prison designed only to keep the most hardened criminals. It was here that most of the executions in Ustalov took place. The fire was actually while a tragedy, was a blessing in disguise. There was a riot that happened on the night of the fire, and the most powerful prisoners had gained control of the prison's dungeon and were in the process of releasing all the prisoners when the fire happened. Warden Halkrin and 23 of his guards gave their life to prevent them escaping from the fire. And the last bit of knowledge that you know, at the time Harrowstone burned, 5 particularly notorious criminals had recently arrived at the prison. The commonly held belief is that they were the ones that began the riot, and their mistakes caused the fire to begin. And I can go ahead and give you the name of the prisoners as well. You couldn't really find out much more information about the prisoners, though.
Did I find the name of the warden's wife at all?
Yes, you did. The warden's wife was named Varisarona Halkrin. Let me type that out for you because it's fucking long. Vissoriana. Sorry, I mispronounced it. And Halkrin is her last name. The name of the prisoner. The 5 notable prisoner names that you saw were Sefik Corvin, nicknamed Father Charlton.
Alright.
Vance the Loper Sestriel. Ispin Oxencuddle, the Mosswater Marauder. a mysterious figure that his real name was not recovered, or not recorded in here, but his nickname was the Piper of Ilmar. And a Heen Theremin, also known as the Splatterman. And that is what you know. That's all the information that you gathered out of 8 hours of research.
Alrighty.
Alright, let's go over to the temple.
What was the priest's name?
Father Grimborough. You approach the temple. It's probably the nicest looking building in the town. It's a very Gothic style cathedral, with the symbol of Pharasma above the main doors in stained glass. You enter the temple. It's dimly lit. There's acolytes wandering around back and forth in the temple. Father Grimborough is in the back performing services for a few commoners before he dismisses them and sends them on their way. He sees you coming in, and so greetings to this holy place.
Thank you,
Greetings,
Father
Father.
Grimborough.
What brings you here, my children?
We've come to seek your permission to enter a crypt in the Restlands.
He kind of is taken aback for a second. Oh, a crypt. One should know. I guess you are not followers of Pharasma, but it's not a good thing to disturb the dead. Once someone is placed in their tomb, they should never be disturbed again. It's very disrespectful.
This happens to be a false crypt, Father.
False, you say? Oh, I would not know of that. Every tomb in the Restlands that I know of has someone in it. Where did you find out about a false crypt?
In the Journal of Professor Lorimer, he mentions a false crypt in the Restlands that contains tools we need to enter the Temple of Pharma.
Not the temple.
Pharasma. Yeah, you're in the Temple of Pharasma, by the way.
My friend misspoke. He meant Harrowstone.
Oh, you wish to go into that forsaken place?
That's what the professor was undergoing. We feel the need to at least see his final work through.
And you say there's a crypt in the Restlands that will allow you to go in here unperturbed by the things that lurk in there? He looks at you like kind of serious. Not that anything lurks in there.
Of that I'm not certain, but the professor spoke of such instruments that would be helpful.
I don't know. Helthorpe and Ash, y'all can both make a diplomacy check for me.
Nope.
Hey,
Hey, The father looks at both of you. Well, if it was just you, strange man, and he's looking at you, I would not allow it, but as you have a man of integrity with you, I think I can allow you to enter this crypt, but I will send along one of my acolytes with you. She will make sure that you do not disturb the dead improperly.
That is fine.
That sounds very fair, Father. Thank you.
Very well, I will have, you are staying at Kendra's, correct?
Aye.
That's right.
I will have her meet you in the morning. She's off probably playing in some graveyard right now, so I'll get a message to her and you can do that tomorrow.
Thank you for your assistance, Father.
Thank you, Father.
He walks up. Do you wish to partake in a blessing of Pharasma before you leave?
I would be honored.
Aye, so would I.
He goes to the back and he kind of takes a golden cup out and reaches it into a well of water and drips water on both of you and says a quick little prayer to Pharasma. And sends you on your way.
Thank you, Father.
May the
Thank
Lady
you.
of Graves prevent you from seeing her too soon.
Aye. May she do just that.
And you as well, Father.
He nods and sends you on your way. Alright, so Dane had to go AFK for a bit while he's drinking at the bar. He may or may not be back tonight. He told me that, so he's getting sloshed at the bar.
Alright.
Y'all have probably about 6 hours to burn while Prentice is researching. Valrin, do you stay at the school the whole time that Prentice is researching?
Yeah, I pretty much just walk around looking at all the shelves, all the different books, and I look at some of them myself.
Okay. Do you want to research anything else while you're there, so you're not just idly, sitting for 6 hours?
I would love to, but I don't necessarily know what to research, just considering I'm assuming I don't know everything that he's already researched since he hasn't fully researched it yet.
Right. Well, do you want to research another topic, I should say?
I want to research about the
Well, y'all
damn
had to-
obelisk.
Okay.
Any information about the obelisk.
Alright. Make me a knowledge local check, and you'll get some bonus for the books. Because you're researching in a place that has books about the
Does the bonus get applied before or after I make the roll?
It's something I add into it to tell
Okay,
you
cool.
what you get.
Well, I suggest Helthorpe and I go to the tavern and talk to the locals.
Couldn't hurt.
Alright, I will tell you all that you learned about the obelisk. It was built in the year 4667. It is made of local stone from a quarry just north of town. The obelisk stands about 3 foot tall as a symbol, basically, for all those who lost their life in the Harrowstone fire. written around the base of the statue on the basical, like the square part of the obelisk, is the names of every single person who perished in Harrowstone that was not a prisoner. And that's what you know about the obelisk.
Okay. So that still leaves me with 2 hours.
Yep.
Well, 2 hours are pretty easy to just sit around and pick around on the shelves.
Okay.
Eye that book a little more.
Sure you don't want to talk to a lender some more?
We do what?
You sure you don't want to talk to the dude some more?
I guess.
Well, we were searching this side of the river, by the way.
Alright,
We were getting to the obelisk.
Searching what?
oh, they're just
The
looking
opposite
around
bank.
this side of town.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not really finding anything of importance. You know, you notice over here is the seamstress shop. There's a sign that has like a little pair of scissors and some cord on it. This looks like a fairly large house. There's a nice little fountain right here. The river moves pretty swiftly.
Well, if anyone jumped to the river, it would have been carried very far. Which way is it flowing?
It is flowing to the south. So if you were to jump in it where you're at, it would take you down this way.
Cool. Are we seeing anything in particular?
It's pretty. It's, you know, there's some trees, there's some bushes. There's really not much over here.
Well, we didn't come on this side of the bank.
I don't see anything either.
Could they come out on the opposite side? Further down the way?
It's possible.
Ah. At this point, I'm hungry. Let's go to the tavern.
Right there is where the obelisk is. Oh, hang on. Actually, no. The obelisk is right here. Alright, so y'all are going back to the tavern.
Yeah. Do some paladin diplomacy on local folk. I'll shut up this time.
Talk to the
You're
teacher.
talking with the guy.
Yeah.
He stops his, you know, mixings and experiments back behind his counter. Yeah. You want to try something else?
What is it this time?
Oh, I don't know. You're the one who came up to me.
Oh, I thought you had something specifically brewed for me.
Not at this time, but if you want me to, I can try something.
What effects would you be going for, should you try?
I don't know. I was just gonna mix something random up and give it to you. And document what happens. Not too often you have a willing subject willing to drink stuff for you.
I may try it, I may not, depending on how it appears.
One sec. He goes back and he begins mixing something, and he starts casting a spell on this mixture. You can make a spellcraft check.
I can?
Yep, you can make a spellcraft.
Okay. Okay, I don't have any skill in it. Give me a second.
You have no idea what he's casting. And he hands it to you. It's a kind of a murky liquid. It's brownish in color. Looks kind of thick.
Looks kind of what?
Thick.
Okay.
Looks at you. Well, I said drink. This one you might have to chew a bit.
What spell was it that you cast?
Oh, just a little cantrip. Nothing too harmful. As long as you don't fit the category.
And what category would that be?
How just you drink it and you see. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you're safe. It'll answer a question that I need to know about you.
If it doesn't, you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay. What do I roll? Will save?
You drink it and it tastes terrible, and it's nothing really happens otherwise. It looks at you. Good. You're not undead. Excellent. You never know when some ghost is trying to masquerade as a demon these days. They're sly boogers.
Do you believe I could possibly get another one of these to go?
Why not? Yeah, he makes another one up and hands it to you in a small bottle.
Thank you, sir.
You have a plan for that?
Oh, just in case.
Nah. You can't be too careful around these parts. Ghosts flock to Ustalav like the sheriff here flocks to a donut.
So I put it in my pack.
Not that I would ever... Oh, he's like, not that I'd ever want him to hear me say that.
Secret saved with me. So I put it in my pack. What should I put it under? Just a potion of detect undead?
It's not detect undead.
Oh, not
but,
detect, but
you could just put it as, mysterious potion from Andrew, or not Alandru.
I made a potion.
Alright, you make it to the tavern and you see Zarkleen in the back of the bar discussing the brews with Zokar and trying a multitude of different. She has a whole flight of brews in front of her that she's trying. It's a fairly lively, and if you were to listen, it was a very high-level discussion over the quality of the different beers. It would seem both of them are fairly esteemed in the knowledge of brewing.
I listened closely to the other conversations in the tavern.
Okay. Hellthorpe, I assume you're doing the same as y'all drink.
Well, I
Yep.
hope Hellthorpe is talking to people too.
Ah, okay. Alright, both of you make a diplomacy check for me, and I can tell you what y'all find out while you're in here.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm not talking.
It's still a diplomacy. Well, you can make a perception in for me.
Oof.
Hellfort, the people seem a little jittered and just aren't really that interested in talking to an outsider today. Yeah, they kind of like when you try to discuss it, it's like, I don't mean you any disrespect, but strange stuff is happening, and I just don't feel safe talking to someone, not from around here right now.
It's perfectly alright, good sir.
Alright, you hear, with your role, Ash, you hear someone, discussing a story of one of the criminals at Harrowstone.
I'll listen more closely.
You do not catch the name, but you hear, overhear part of the conversation where a guy's talking about, a long time ago, that guy, one of those people at the Harrowstone before the place burned down. He was a sadistic bastard. He would stalk his prey for days, following them, watching all of their moves, and then moving in with one quick swipe of his axe and taking off their head, and cackling with glee before running back into the woods. It was a good thing they caught him.
I whispered to Hellthorpe and relayed this information.
Yep, you didn't catch his name, but that's the information that you learned about one of them.
I nudged Hellthorpe to go talk to that group of people and listen to the rest of the conversations in the tavern.
You suspect this is related to the rabbit?
Well, it's Harrowstone. It's all related. If this place really is haunted, we might come across that said ghost. I want to know more about him. And who he is.
Alright, I go talk to these people.
They're drinking and they look at you. What do you want?
Gentlemen, I couldn't help but overhear. This is quite extraordinary. Would you mind expounding on the topic?
Make me a diplomacy. Damn. He looks at you. It's in the history books. You can look for it for yourself. I will tell you his name was the Lapido. Grizzly fellow. If you want to find out more, you can read about him in the books. I was just telling my friend here a little bit about one of the prisoners.
Well, thank you very much, sirs. I'll be on my way.
Ah, mind buying a man a drink for interrupting his meal?
Certainly. What are you drinking?
Oh, just an ale.
I order 2 ales. One for me and, well, 3. 1 for me and 2 for the table. The 2 guys.
Alright, that'll be 3 silver pieces. So Carr comes over and serves you, and then goes back to his conversation with Zarkleen about the different brews. You really don't hear anything else, Ash. Alright.
Too noisy.
Yep. And it's been about 8 hours now. So, Princess, you finished researching.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
get
it's
up.
pretty late in the evening. And it's not dark yet, though.
Well, I think I've found all I can find here. I thank you for the use of your books. Now I think it is time for us to be heading back.
Well, if you come by again, you can always research more. Same fee will apply. I'm not gonna hike up the price on you anymore. Your friend here likes to try out things, so make sure to bring him back if you want to research more.
Fair enough.
I help you research, you help me research. And he gives you a thumb up.
I'll return the thumbs up.
Thank you for the potion. I believe we will be on our way.
We drag Zarkleen out with us.
Yep. Alright. Zarkleen had a rough day of drinking. Basically was, after seeing what Zarkleen saw,
Oh shit.
she kind of drunk herself and discussed brews quite enough and went into Kendra's, skipped the meal, and went right upstairs to go to bed.
Ah.
Alright. I say I'll make it back to Kendra's. It's around dinner time. You've made it back into the house, and you're greeted to the smell of another home-cooked meal being cooked in the kitchen.
Hell, lass, that smells wonderful. What are you cooking?
She looks at the pot. Oh, nothing special. Rabbit stew.
Rabbit, you say?
Mm-hmm. It's common
Where'd
around
you
here.
get that? Ah, well, did you hear about the happenings this morning?
Oh, quite. It's the talk of the town. Some drunkard went and, marked our monument.
Aye. Yeah, you did. Well, that rabbit smells pretty delicious. I can't wait for it.
Oh, excellent. Well, go have a seat, and I'll bring some out short.
That I will.
It'll be about 30 minutes. And, so you walk by it out as she says.
I didn't know she was even
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. She was just like, it'll be ready in about 30 minutes.
Hey, fellas, a rabbit stew in 30 minutes. Odd that it's a rabbit, considering the events of the morning.
I want to tell everybody about the acolyte coming in the morning and the father giving us permission to uh, search the crypt.
I also mentioned the story we heard about the Lopper.
I think the Oracle.
And I will share my findings about the prison.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the Oracle learned something about this Lopper.
I've learned his name, but considering there are 5 prisoners of renown, that might be my next avenue of research.
Well, I pretty like to stalk people for lopping their head off out from the woods and then ran back into them. Sneaky bastard. He used a great axe as well.
Maybe just wanted to ask him questions.
Well, he's dead.
And
He's a ghost.
it wasn't a great axe, by the way. It was like a hatchet.
Well, great in quotes there, not
Okay.
the great axe.
Okay.
Well, I do know that I will be heading to the grave site. So, Prentice, if
Well, we
you
all are
decide,
tomorrow.
Prentice, if you decided that you wanted to research more, you'll have to go without me.
Fair enough. I don't think anything too terrible will happen to me on my own.